He writes here, "Great job," sarcastically, by Kilmar, Abrego Garcia's lawyer and Democrat supporters. He's going to be in a federal detention center in Tennessee. He's going to get convicted of human trafficking. He's going to get a federal prison sentence. He's going to get deported to El Salvador, where he will definitely go to CCOT. Great work, all of you. And then someone asked, why are we allowing him back in? Why do Republicans continue to cave? I would not characterize this as a cave. I would characterize this as a jujitsu move against the unelected black-robed inferior district trial court judge, Paula Zinnes. But Shipwrecked Crew responded to this. He writes, Abrego Garcia was brought back only after a federal grand jury in Tennessee indicted him, so not on the order of Judge Paula Zinnes. Because he's illegally in the country, he cannot be released pending trial, regardless of what the judge in Maryland, Judge Paula Zinnes, wants to do with the civil case pending in front of her. So he'll sit in county jail, and it's county jail only because the feds don't have a detention center in that district. If convicted, he won't be eligible for release pending sentencing or appeal. He'll remain in the Bureau of Prisons until his criminal appeals are exhausted. Then he'll be sent back to El Salvador as both an MS-13 member and a convicted felon. I'm certain President Bukele of El Salvador will find a spot for him in CCOT. Some more commentary here from Shipwrecked Crew. Abrego Garcia will be going to El Salvador. He's no longer eligible for an order of withholding. So he had that original order of withholding. As far as I'm concerned, that became null and void the moment MS-13, whom he'd been adjudicated a member of 6 years prior, the moment MS-13 was designated a terrorist organization, well, then he's a terrorist, a member of a terrorist organization. And members of terrorist organizations are not eligible for orders of withholding, but certainly not after a felony criminal conviction. He continues, the Trump Department of Justice and Department of Homeland Security are making no deals that even hint at the defendant gaining an advantage from these kinds of efforts. Abrego Garcia's only chance is to fire and renounce the lawyers who've screwed him over with their own agendas and the Maryland judge who made him into a piñata with her idiotic hostility that has worked to disadvantage. Because before, Abrego Garcia had a deportation to El Salvador and CCOT. Now he's got a deportation to El Salvador and CCOT, preceded by potentially a 10,000-year prison sentence. That's not an improvement, folks.